How we doing today, man? Man, I don't think we've had back-to-back winning days in a long time. Matter of fact, let's look. Let's look when the last time we had back-to-back winning days, like real winning days, not just like a break even and a win. Back-to-back, man. Um, wow. I guess it was here technically, so not too long ago, but this week, first time this week. Last week we didn't. So it's been like 2 weeks, and then before that, it's been like 3, 4 weeks. So it's been a long time. If I'm talking weird, my gum back here on my wisdom tooth that's coming in is something's wrong with it. It's killing me right now. I swear. After I went to the dentist, they made stuff worse. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But today was a pretty honestly probably frustrating day for me. You guys can see we took 3 trades. We'll go over those, obviously, but we had one real good trade, and it was nice, just how I like the trades to be, really, really quick, really, really efficient, and gets the job done and get out of there. So coming into the day, what was I looking at? Again, if you follow me on Twitter, I post a lot of just random thoughts on there, but on Twitter today, I posted that I was bullish, and after consumer sentiment, I was like, man, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like the idea is right. Why am I bullish? We have an SMT on the higher time frame, double SMT. We have an SMT here, and then we re-swept this low. This is a really, really something that I've picked up on just through my own, just watching the markets. When we have an SMT on the higher time frame like this, where we don't sweep this low, but we're bullish because of it, right? When we come back down and we make another SMT at this low, where I guess, wait, okay, no, I marked this out wrong. But I had a point, but it's not valid because we did take that low in ES as well. So what we did do is just we made a bigger SMT here, right here. So we still have the SMT. Main point, after sweeping the low. Okay, so I was, forget what I was saying, but we have an SMT at this low. We swept out the liquidity. We don't need to take this low because we had the SMT there. So we just need to sweep this low. This was just an extra confirmation. And we get displacement overnight. In my opinion, ES looks a little bit clearer. ES looks a lot clearer for a market maker buy model. Right here. Let's get rid of these lines. Market maker buy model. Why? Because we have a reverse key time frame reversal, like on a higher time frame narrative. We have the accumulation here. This is kind of accumulation, even though it's kind of a wider scale. And then we have the market maker buy side of the curve, and we have data highs as a perfect target. I don't know if we'll reach them on a Friday, but it's a perfect target this week. Also, we sold off from here, so we could be reaching to equilibrium of the range of the week. As you can see, we're pretty close to it. It's right about here. So that's kind of what my thought process was coming into the day, right? That's where I got a bullish bias. That's why I was looking for bullish confluences. We drop on the 15-minute time frame. Again, look bullish. We swept the low. We're having displacement all night. So if we look at where we closed yesterday and where we opened today, you have a bullish gap. You have a bullish opening range gap. A lot of times that will just be a trend day where you just start trending in one direction. We didn't quite do that today, but this was my main target for the day. Also, we had yesterday's data highs that we failed to reach. We purged those very early off open, but left the swing high of the day, I think, the daily high. I'm not sure if that's the daily high, but it was the Asia high. So we left Asia high right here, and we traded back down during news after sweeping data highs. We did get a nice sell-off for news right here, and this fair value gap was really important. Why was this fair value gap one that I was really interested in? Well, it was simply interesting to me because it was the last real fair value gap before the news manipulation, right? If we didn't have news on this day and we saw this setup here where we swept this low and we tapped into the 15-minute fair value gap and then we inverse this, I would be longing this every single time. So I wanted to see this fair value gap then get broken. That's why when we had this move up, we swept low here. We swept the low and we had the 15-minute gap that we were technically holding very bullish at this time, and we get a change in state delivery right here. So you think, oh, cool, we're long. And a fair value gap right here. Cool, we can go long. I didn't like it because I wanted to see this fair value gap because it was also a 5-minute that gets respected very strongly. The 10 a.m. had no wick, so we come up, put in a wick on 10 a.m. and start manipulating lower. that all being said, I was looking for a long then potentially, but that's why this fair value gap, in my opinion, is way more important than this one, because this is a news fair value gap. That's not really a real fair value gap. No one's really trading that besides just the volatility. So at this point, I'm like, okay, cool. We're probably going to see the data low. So what was I doing? I was looking for some sort of confirmation that we're going to go lower. We had this inversion right here on the 2-minute. I didn't want to get in there, so I wanted to see us trade up higher because it closed really, really far down. We trade into this 1-minute gap, and I still hesitated. I want to see this become an order block or inverse this last 30-second just for the most confirmation possible. And I ended up taking this one. This is not the best trade ever, but I ended up going break even. We were targeting the data low. I went break even right at this low here, and it tapped it. I went break even, and I got stopped at break even. The reason I did that is just because this wasn't a good entry. This was a FOMO entry. And I mean, it could have worked, but it's one of those trades, again, I need to get away from the shoulda, coulda, woulda trades and just stick to the which ones did, right? And which ones did give me the confirmation. If I wanted to take this trade, I need to take the fair value gap tap, the inversion tap, or the inversion close, go break even this low. It would still be break even regardless, but it would have been a better quality break even. So that was the first trade. I can pull up the video of that if we have it. I think we do. Let's see. So yeah, here we go. It's like literally a few seconds. I mean, here's just the what? We'll just go through it. Doesn't really matter. We got in like a second before that, probably. Right here. So we get into the trade, and we go break even at this low. We were risking 70, so pretty annoying. Like, I would have been a really bad loss, honestly. So happy that didn't stop us out, but this again is set up that, again, today's talking points can really be about FOMO and greed, and just, yeah, that's going to be the main talking point for today, so this plays into it perfectly, but let's just skip through this. It doesn't really matter. It hits the break even, we go break even. Cool. Next up for this, what was the second trade? Let me just keep continuing going through price, and I'll remember. So we end up, okay, I know where the trade was. I know, and it was a good trade, but it kind of was a little bit of a scary one for me. So we didn't end up getting the data low. We started reversing off of consequent encroachment of this wick right here. We were reversing off, not too well, but we were reversing. All through this time, we had just chop, right? All of, after the macro, we had just complete chop. We finally get some displacement out of somewhere. We get a displacement to the upside. We hold this fair value gap right here. In this point, and then we put in a order block here, and we have this inversion over here, come back down, hold the inversion perfectly, come up, then we create a fair value gap inside of the order block, and we trade there. I saw this happen, and I was waiting for this to inverse right here. I was waiting for this to inverse, so I get in on this candle when I was trying to print up, and I'll just pull that one up right there. Let's see, because this one I just got shaken out of because I don't know, it's not my model, so I shouldn't really be trading it, but I was anticipating the inversion to happen. So this was the second trade, and as you can see where we put our stop loss, right, we put our stop loss under this candle low, we would have been fine and actually caught way more points, but that's fine, right? Again, shoulda, coulda, woulda is not really something I care about. I was going to go break even at this high of this candle, because I wanted to see us keep going. If I would have gotten a tap on this gap, I would have still got stopped at break even. But we went to break even right away, and then it goes and gets us right away. So it stops us out at break even there, and right, that's fine. It's not really my setup. It was kind of, again, fear, FOMO, and impulsivity, but it was still a good trade. Like, even though it wasn't really my model, it's still a great trade because it has all the confluences that are like bullish, right? Came back to equilibrium of this move up, I believe. Equilibrium to the tick, consequent encroachment, fair value gap, displacement, order block, inversion over here, trade down to the fair value gap, order block, displace above it, right? It was a good trade. Came back down, turtle soup this low right here. And then where did I get my actual entry? When we got this candle up, I knew that 11 o'clock was going to open. That caused me to be, and now look, this is an important fair value gap because this is the fair value gap that broke the low right here. This is the 5 minute that broke the low. So I want to see a 1 minute change in state delivery, which we just got right here. So I'm going to go on practice. I'm going to go take this trade on paper, and we're going to put our stop below this low. We're going to go target higher, go break even at this high, and target these highs right there. That's kind of like, that's not exactly how Johnny would trade it, but that's, I think, Johnny's model. It's Johnny. He'd probably have a stop loss more like this, but yeah, he probably wouldn't even take profit here either. But I'm in the middle of the video. It doesn't really bother me, right? I just want to go over that quickly or kind of point that out. But back to what I was saying on the trade. I'll kind of pull up the video and I'll explain the thought process. Right here. So these are the trades I love. The trades that just work right away. Right away. Was this the one? Yeah. So, man, sorry. So I wait for it to close. It closes. I was going to see if it could trade down lower, and I was like, no, it's not going to come down lower. I'm just got to get in. Market order. Market order here. Take profit at this high. We were already up to $12 because of the 2 break-even trades before. So this trade was make that a 84.42 point trade, which is beautiful, right? That's all you need. I always talk about that. You only need 30, 40 points, 25 points if you really. And this trade here, we just let play out. I almost go to break even early. I have this irrational fear of hourly opens. I always feel like they're just going to open and just wreck my wreck me. I don't know why. So I started moving here. I placed it. And then I was like, okay, what on earth am I doing? Why am I going to break even right now? Like, it's not even gone my direction. I move back down like a good boy, right? A good little trader. And I say, cool, we're going to have to just accept the fact that if this works, it works, right? So I let it go. And then at this point, it hits my break even point. And I was going to move my stop up higher, but I was like, you know what? Like, why would I get greedy here? Why am I going to get greedy? And I trail my stop there, and we lock the account done for the day. Boom. Great day. Great day. Great discipline. Great patience. And there's first take profit on the account there. This is going to be a break even on the second trade. But you could hold it. I mean, this type of trade, you don't go break even like this. That's not how he trades. But again, it's paper. I really don't care. We're down a lot on this account, just taking like trash. I use this practice account sometimes just to take out my FOMO and just not take the bad setups on my actual account. But it's actually kind of remarkable that we're actually up on this account, even though we just like literally just lob random, not random, but like we just lob trash. But anyway, so that was the trade. That was the target. And why did I take profit there and not hold for more? Because everyone always, well, not everyone. All y'all trolls that don't really understand trading or that just don't like me, they always say, why are your winning days smaller than your losing days? Well, because on my losing days, I take 3 losses, 2 of them which I probably shouldn't take, and we have a volatile market, so I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose 150, 200. And when I win, I'm not going to just take profit just because I want to make X amount. I don't want to just take profit just because I want to make $200, right? If we want to make $200, we could have. We could have gotten in here like we did, and we could hold for 100 points. And it might go here. But why would I do that? This is also really interesting here. The fact that we came down, traded all the way back down to the open of that candle pretty much and go higher. But anyways, why would I do that, right? Why on earth would I be doing that? It doesn't make any sense. So this trade is really, really nice. Again, why is this trade good? The fair value gap that broke the highs right here. You expect that if we're going to continue bullish, that we are going to see a retracement and then continue higher. Obviously, this trade may or may not play out fully, but that's why we were confident that this change in state delivery could get us to these highs. We have an order block on the 5 minute right here now that I want to see us react off of or leave. I don't want to even see us get down there, but yeah. We can just watch this trade while I explain it. And then actually on the M and Q chart, I have all of it kind of charted up here. So why did I take profit there and why did I not hold longer? Well, so this is all the confluence again. Fair value gap, inversion, SMT, turtle soup, fair value gap, order block, inversion, boom, entry, order block, never even got tapped. What happens after this? We run straight to our target. Why? We're in the macro. 10 a.m.'s candle, hourly candle closes very bullish. We run, manipulate this high and this high. We inverse this fair value gap over here, this 1 hour. 4 hour didn't close, obviously. 15 minutes. We had an inversion on the 15 minute right here. Right, very, very clean stuff. Liquidity sweep, we're trending up today. It's a trend day. Cool, very, very simple. Simple stuff. But it's hard to do the simple things, right? I say simple, I'm not saying trading's easy, I'm saying trading's simple. Trading's boring. Trading's about decision making. So again, I feel like I've said this 100 times, but I'll finally explain. Why did I not hold my take profit farther? Because it doesn't matter. Again, like I said, all the trolls that try and say, why is this losing day smaller? Well, because I haven't been consistent recently. I just haven't been trading that well. That's it. I haven't been trading well. That's why my losing days are bigger than my winning days. That's why I have more losing days than winning days. It's because I haven't been trading well. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can say, right? What more? There's nothing more I can say and explain than I haven't been consistent. I haven't been trading well. But I'm starting to try and maybe we're going to turn a leaf, right? I'm confident we're turning a leaf on our trading, and we're going to start being more confident. We're going to start trading better. But I'm not going to hold to this high or the data highs just because I want to make more money. And why did I lock the account right after that? Because I got my winning trade, right? Whenever I take one loss, I don't always just stop for the day. Sometimes I do. But also too, I was trading 2 micros. If we look at this account through all of March, right? All of March here, or February. I was trading 2 micros here. This was a horrible 17 trade. 2 micros here, 2 micros here, 2 micros here. Trade full contracts there. 2 micros, 2 micros, 2 micros, 2 micros, right? That's why I was losing more. I was risking more too, $200. So it's like, that's why. It's not rocket science, right? And that's why when I stuck to my plan, I followed my rules, and I did what I needed to do. I'm actually going to lob this for my journal here. But that's why when you follow your plan, you stick to your rules, you have good days, right? You have good days and get 2-minute winning trades. And that's that simple, right? We're gonna copy link. This is how I do my journaling, right? I do this off camera normally, but just kind of show you guys, look, I've been journaling, right? I've actually been following my rules except for this day, this month. Trade recap, I have a lot of mid setups. I would say that today, I would give today this is how I journal right here. You guys are gonna see. You guys always ask, do I journal? Right, we've had a lot of news, man, a lot of news. So that means no for these days. We had consumer. I don't know how to spell sentiment. I don't even care. Sentiment, consumer sentiment. A lot more volatile than consumer sentiment's ever been. We're going to throw in our trade here. How does that work? Boom. We have our trade now, even so we can get rid of our annotations here. Now we can get rid of all this, and it doesn't matter, right? What do? We took a long, we took a win. It was an A setup. I would give it an A plus if we swept the low of data lows. We're just going to say 97 on the day, and then we're going to fill in our other 2 trades later. I followed my rules. And then go through trade explanation, psychology, reflections, right? That's my trade. I just wanted to get that done there while I was thinking about it. It's been a really scattered video. I'm not sure why, but here we go. And then I would probably trail my stop now to this candle low. But I would want to see this now be an order block, and that's how I would live manage this trade. I wouldn't need to move my stop, but we shouldn't really rebalance at this point, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the day. That's the trade. That's what I'm happy with, just locking my account right after I took the winner. My hair is in a really, really awkward spot right now where I have like cowlicks in the front. But that's not the point. Really, really good trade. I'm really happy with it, man. I'm happy with back-to-back winning trades. We haven't taken a back-to-back winning day in a long time. Really good ones either. And like I said, man, the main talking point today was greed and FOMO. I beat greed by locking my account after my first trade, but the FOMO was pretty heavy today. The FOMO was a little bit challenging. Why was the FOMO challenging? We're just going to go back even. Why was the FOMO challenging? The FOMO was challenging today because I didn't need to take this setup down here. That's a mistake. That's something that if it lost, I'm going to look back and say, I didn't need to lose here. Why did I lose here? Right? And then this trade here, if I get in, I have to hold my trade properly. This isn't a bad setup. This isn't a bad confluence, but I have to be confident in it. I can't be shaken out. So the FOMO today got to me. But that's cool, right? It's part of the game. But I can't let that happen in the future. So really, really good day to end the week. Really, really happy with that. Can't not wait for the weekend. Gonna just spend some time just going over the week, looking at the market and whatnot, responding to comments. And yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys' support on these videos. See if we reject this order block right here. In 5 minutes, just trade to it, tapped it, and that's a nice little reaction so far. But yeah, man, that's the video. I'm really glad. I'm really appreciative of all the support on the channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Diego B Trades. I'm trying to get some motion on there going. And yeah, man, I really do love all the support that you guys give me, and it's just nice to have 2 days in a row. Hopefully next week we have a few more good days in a row, and then this is how we get the account back, man. This is how we get the account back. I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about getting a payout. If I was, I wouldn't be trading one micro. But this is how we get our drawdown back. We were down close to $360 drawdown left. Now we have a little bit more. Let's do the exact math real quick. Okay, that was weird. Is it Pi Day? Is it Pi Day today? February 14, man. It is Pi Day. That's crazy. That made me look so nerdy. What am I gonna do? Okay, 1467 1467 minus 884. Enter. We have $538 drawdown now. So we won yesterday, 133, and today we won $97. So we've added negative 5. Crap. I'm an idiot. Whatever it did, we've added $230 of balance to our drawdown, which is huge. It's absolutely huge. It's a losing day and then some on like a really bad losing day. So if we can just keep following our rules, we can just keep staying disciplined, we can just keep doing all those things, we are going to be good. We're going to be good. We're doing so much better. I'm so happy for all the improvement I've been making. It's really something, like I really feel like I'm just getting better. Again, the positivity, I'm just keeping positive, keeping focused. And I can't worry about all the people that say I'm not going to be good, that ICT doesn't work, that day trading doesn't work. I have to just keep focusing on what I can do, because I know that if I follow my rules and I stay disciplined, I know that it works. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what anyone else's opinion is. I know. I've seen it myself with my own 2 eyes. I know it works. I know it's possible. I just have to believe in myself and keep getting better each day. So I really appreciate all you guys that support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know how your guys' day went today. Hopefully it went as well as mine. If not, I hope it went better, and I will see you guys in the future. Peace.